Hey guys, welcome to a video ranking every single Fortnite location from worst to best. So basically, we're just gonna get started. Just one thing I want to say, just make sure, don't forget to like and subscribe and enjoy the video. Right, so let's begin with the trash here. The worst lowing spot in this list is Sunny Steps. The lowest ranking spot on the trash tier, it is, I just said Sunny Steps. Now, Sunny Steps' location is just bad. There is absolutely nothing I've got to say about good. It's got really bad metal. Even if you're going there by yourself, it's not a good location. And just particularly when I run from the storm, it's just annoying because you gotta get through that volcano. And like potentially run through a zip line or just get caught by a storm. And it will take a volcano out of that area. Or even have to risky area and just get a vehicle. So I think there was balls there. So except it's trash. It's just, it's a bad location. Now coming up to the second worst location on this list, this is going to be the broken houses. Now I've got nothing good to say even about the broken houses, but I will say the reason why I think it deserves a better rank in absolute bottom, which Sunny Steps, it's got a solid location. You're close to, and you're pretty close to quite a few areas, including Plasma Park, Contour, Snobby, and maybe even Tilted. So you're close to a few areas, but that one is again another bad location. Next up, we have Geyser Pool. I don't really have a good thing to say about it. Again, it has very little loot. The reason why I think it even has a better ranking than the last two is again just volcano events that kind of help you, and that of course they maybe help you to Lazy Lagoon, or then there's another volcano that can help you get to Loot Lake. So I guess it's decent for if you want to get around to Lazy Lagoon, Sunny Steps, volcano, or just help you advance to where the circle goes to and get closer. It's fine. Right, coming up the fourth worst location for this trash. This is going to be, I'd say, like this area in between Shift and Polar Peak. That location I don't like either. So it's garbage. Basically, when I'm ranking this location, this is for me. It's my favourites from worst to best. So just so you know. Next up, the fifth worst location, Factory as a Junction. I don't really like that location either. It's just fact, it's fine, but I just don't like it. Just if you make your decision, it's just I don't really like it at all. I will stop. Next up, the sixth worst location and the fifth best, I say, of trash. These are the houses that say Snobby. I don't have anything good to say about them. It's got very bad loot, even if you're going there by. It's got really bad loot. It's got super bad loot. It's got pretty bad loot for duos. If you're in duos, I would recommend going to one house. One house will hold the two chests. It's like the house you get for. There's a house that you can get, of course, in Pleasant Park, which has the two chests. The other just one. So, unlike there's a couple of houses next to at South just able to give you two. So that's better. Oh, I don't know. So yeah. Next up, we will say this is going to be Mansion, the Broken Mansion. Another location I don't really have good things to say. It's bad just because it's broken. Plus, it's also a little bit far from the center as well. So, next ranking spot, seventh worst location, fourth best of trash. It's the lava area where the volcano is. They're just near the volcano. I really don't have good things about that area. The reason why is just because you can pick up them through the lava a little bit. So it gives you one time to touch it. So, yeah. Next up, we have restaurant. And I don't really have good anything to say about that. It's, of course, just bad. It's basically, you're pretty close to it. Pretty close to the racetrack, though. So you could have spawned them. I don't like it. Then next up, we will have gas station. Again, that's a location I don't like at all. It's just far from center of the map. pretty close. You're pretty close back to village, but if there's no vehicle access to the village, then you're just stuck. Head to paradise and game. If there's no rush, just got to run, or maybe even head to fatal quad. So that's another I don't like. Coming up to the best location of trash, Polar Peak. There is a lot of things I don't like about Polar Peak. 1, it's the highest named location in Fortnite. 2, it's got pretty bad resources except brick. 3, there's only 3 ammo boxes. And 4, when you're done looting, you gotta get down the hill. What's gonna cause this? You just need to get down there. I just probably struggle my way around actually. Struggle my way, especially in the castle, which way I'm trying to get the loot. So it's just trash. You can get some decent loot there. The 16 chests, I think, depending on the luck. So I guess it's decent. I think there are 16 chests though. I think Polar was like 13, 16 depending on the luck. So yeah, that's Polar Peak. Now, moving on to Mare locations, the lowest ranking spot as it is the volcano. Now, I don't really have good anything to say about the volcano. It's just the reason I don't like volcano is just because there's just not a lot of floor loot, that's why. Next up, we have Trailer Park. Again, another location I have absolutely nothing good to say about. But it's got a decent location. You can just a few areas, of course, including retail only. You can spawn and get a little bit of action, get some loot, heading to retail. And plus, you can get a vehicle. If you need to run from the storm, decent to get. If you're one that needs a vehicle to run from the storm, you could drop there and get a little bit of loot, and then head off if you need to. Unless the circle's on the east side of the map, then you may not need to. Unless the next circle after east is on, just go somewhere else on the east. So yeah, I think it's solid, but not nice. Now next up we have it's Lazy Lagoon. I don't like Lazy Lagoon at all. 1, it's just it hasn't really got good resources except wood. That's why I don't like Lazy Lagoon at all. And of course, it's just because bad location. Now, next up we have. Okay, what are we thinking? I think this one is going to be the right. Let me think. The Tomato Temple. It's out, of course, near the volcano. Now that location, of course, they get worse because of course like solar, but it's a pretty terrible location. But it's not the worst. So it's pretty central. So of course you could make one maybe lazy, maybe dusty. Even to the Loot Lake after. Of course, after that you got Loot Lake one way, Sunny Steps the other, and you got retail, which of course you got retail as well. And of course you have one way to Tilt and Loot, and then the other to reach probably Sunny. So it's decent, but pretty bad. Now we have it is actually the Drunk Island Desert. Next, I don't know. 5. Now the location is opposite side of the Long Junction map. It's got minimal loot but bad location. It's got solid loot on me, but just pretty bad location. I think followed by that is the other junction, the name junction. That's another one I forgot. I think deserve to make it onto the list. The reason why I don't like Jug Junction, the thing I really hate about Jug Junction, is just very far from somewhere. I guess even further than Tom Hills. So that's the reason why I think it's the most furthest name location in the map in Fortnite. You can get a lot of stuff there. By the time you're it's not going to be a lot of air people in there, not unless you go Pleasant Park. But of course, if the circle it's not like on the southeast part of the map, then you've got a lot of traveling to do. So it's pretty much on that. So that's the reason why I don't like Junction. It's nothing to do with the loot to the resources and the actual location though. It's just bad location. That's what I say. Yeah. Moving on, we have Viking Village, and the only thing that I could say about the Viking Village is really wood materials. It's got really wood materials. It's just the reason I just don't like it. It's just there's not a lot of ammo boxes there. I do say there's just features, but there's only like 4 depending on your luck. It's like it's got decent materials, except it's fine. It's just Viking Village. It's fine. Next up, I would say followed by that it is Iceland, Greece. That's another location I think deserves. It's just because it's covered ice. It's just not got. The reason I think I don't really like it. It's not got a lot of floor. I just say this right. It's just, but there's just not a lot of floor loopholes. I think in the area, I think there's like a grand total of like 8 floor loopholes. I think. Absolute garbage. I think the problem is probably because it's covered in ice. So yeah, it just makes it onto the list. This is ranking for me. Okay, next one we have the factories. This is like a mess of their factories. I'd say just a bit northeast Happy Hamlet. The reason why there are factories in that sub, I would rank it high because of the other 2 factories, but it's no. Maximum chance that spawn there currently 7 before it used to be probably above that. It's just because it's just got some of the costs no it makes sense it happens slower. It's a decent location, you can definitely get some decent loot. Now the best location of this tier, the mare. We will hit that this one is going to be, I would say, we'll say the racetrack. Sorry, not racetrack. I would probably say I would say probably the racetrack junction. Now that one, I just say it's in the very top of Mare, just because it's just again far from center, but you get a ton of vehicles. Of course, you can head to junction, get the loot, and then head off. So it's fine. We're close to the factory and then junction, so it's fine. But it's just the distance again. Moving on to the good locations, and there's 10 in this spot. So, and then we're going to start off things with, I mean, roughly for this spot, I think there's about 9 technically in this spot. There's 9 locations in the spot, and then, 9 locations. And I think the next one, the low ranking one, we're going to kick off things. We're going to kick off things with, I would say the Cocoons. I think the Cocoons are going outside, just in between Snobby, Tilted, Pleasant Loot. It's just close to a lot of those. It's one of those locations that might not have the best loot, but it's good. It's a good location. It's nearly one of the central locations, so I think this is one of the most central unnamed locations, but not one of the most central. Next up, we put, I would say this one is going to be Happy Hamlet. Happy Hamlet is on the very, I mean not Happy Hamlet, I mean Haunted Hills. And one is ranked at very low, they're very low of the good. The reason why is again pretty far from the center, but good loot, but it's so bad location. Better location I would say than Junction, but it just has to be something than Junction, but it has better loot for us, so it just has a better, but it's in the Next up, I would say this one's going to be Salty Springs. Salty Springs is the one big problem with Salty Springs is a lot of people actually go there because it's one of those central locations, right? So yeah, Salty Springs. You got good loot, but it's just so many people land there. Next up, I would say this is going to be Racetrack. Racetrack, it's probably one of the best unnamed locations to drop to in Fortnite. It's got a maximum of 10 chests and there's plenty of loot points. There's like 3 buildings, and if you play a match, of course, in solo matches, you'll usually hold, each one will usually hold at least 1 chest and have a little bit full loot. The only thing I just don't like about the racetrack is just the materials. Other than that, it's perfectly fine. Moving on, we have Happy Hamlet. Now, Hamlet in that location, I would say it's pretty good, So, yeah, the reason why I just think I just rank it a little bit lower than some of the other lane locations, it's just the location. Pretty well from the center. Other than that, it's nothing to do with the location. It's good. It has like 20 over chests. I totally there's chests everywhere. Like it's over tilted, right? Next up, I would say this one's going to be Snobby Shores. Snobby Shores. Snobby Shores is one of my favorite locations. It's not may not be one of my favorite name locations, but it's a good location. Moving on, we have Frosty Flights. Now, Frosty Flights, I'd say it's a good location, but again, pretty far from the center. That's what makes me rank it a little bit lower. Next up, Shifty Shafts. Shifty Shafts is another location that is pretty good, I would say. But the only thing, the one big problem when spawning into Shifty is materials. You do get some decent wood and decent metal wood. The only downside I really find with Shifty is just really materials in terms of stone. There's not a lot there. And the maximum amount of chests that spawn is actually area 6. There's not many in the actual area. Plus the houses that are on the side of Shifty. So really overall, 2 in each side makes it 4 on with houses. Overall, Shifty has decent loot. One thing I like about Shifty is if you're a person that doesn't want to get them in the same location, so what you could do is drop here, get loot, and then head into Tilting and maybe get a few kills. So Shifty, I kind of support it now. So yeah. Next is the best one of the tier. We are going to say this one is going to be it's the best one on this list for me. It's for me. Lucky Landing. Lucky Landing is has fairly good loot, decent location, decent vehicles, but it's just pretty far. So that's the only thing I need to rank it just a little bit lower. This. Now, the top 10 best locations that I like to spawn in on Fortnite. This is going to, well, you're going to find out which ones it is. And the top 10 locations that I spawn in, and I think the one that I think I would put on this list, it's I think where Risky is. Now, that location, I kind of like it. It's got very decent loot. The maximum check, I think it's 7 to 8, so it has decent loot. Decent materials, but I don't really. Most times I go there, no one else has gone there, so it's just. It's area where Risky is. It's like I want to put it Risky, well, because it just got moved from the block, and it's just like the Expedition Outpost almost. It's just, you got volcano events around. You could of course just easily make your way to the port and then just make your way around if there's no vehicle. So I think it's a decent location, right? Risky where it is, decent location. Our next one on the list, the 9th best one, it is I say Fatal Fields. Now Fatal Fields is another location for me. It's just very good location. There's a maximum, I think it's 15 chests in the location, so pretty good. 8th best location out spawning, Mexican Villages. Location, fantastic location to get loot. There's a good 13 chests, I think, there. Maybe above, I don't know. It's just there's chests everywhere in that location. 8th best. My 7th best location, it is Loot Lake. Loot Lake, again, just a good location, but not my best. Number 6, Dusty Divot. Dusty Divot, again, just another location I just sometimes like to spawn on. It's decent. Number 5, this one is going to be, I would say, number 5, I would say, I'm going to say Pleasant Park. Pleasant Park is probably gotta be one of my favorite locations. It's one of my favorite. it's not my top 5 favorite name location, but the reason why for this list for me, I think Baldwin Park is my 5th favorite. It's just because Lucky Land is still one of my favorite locations, but it's just really maybe not. It's just not my number 1 sort of. So yeah, Baldwin Park, my 5th. 4th favorite location. This is retail. Now retail is an awesome location. It's a location with probably one of the best locations for loot. Has a good 20 over chests. I think it's Disney. I think it obviously made sense that the full playing got moved into 2 restaurants. I think that puts retail with more loot, right? That makes it really good into it. Now we're moving on to the next 3 locations. We're going to say, and this one is going to be Lonely Lodge. Now Lonely Lodge is a location. It's not my number 1 location of this, but it's decent. It's a very, very good location. Decent material, decent loot. That look, really good loot. A lot of people go. So if you spawn there, you can get some good loot. Number 2, Tilted Towers. Yes, I said it. Tilted Towers is my number 2. It has the best loot in the game. The hard trafficking, and that, most of the times you go there, you're not going to make it here out alive unless you're a good pro, unless you're a very good player. So yeah, that's why I think I need to rank it just a little bit lower than the other. Number 1, Paradise Palms. Now that one is my number 1. It is just above Tilted. I do drop Tilted more, but Paradise is my favourite. Why? You can get more vending machines. It's got a better chance of more vending machines than the actual. That's one. It's about 3 maximum. That's probably until it's 2. So that's 1 reason. 2, you're a little bit safer. You've not got as much. You may not get as much kills, but it's still just some kills. 3, there's still chests everywhere. Another reason why I like Paradise more than Tilted is. The reason why I think it's good is Tilted. Another reason why I like it more Tilted is really just because it's still got chests everywhere, but more safer to get those. And 4, you're just like. You got a vehicle in that area, and like Tilted, you've just got no one unless on hill. And of course, you've got the rifts around, so that also makes it another better than Tilted. So, Paradise is the number 1 on this list. Thank you for watching. Of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and see you later.